Good morning. Good morning. I'm so excited to be with you guys on this Tuesday morning. It's my husband's birthday, so I have a crew coming over for brunch and then 20 people coming tonight for dinner. So I'm going to be cooking a lot, but I'm excited to celebrate him because he's a good guy. Um, but I wanted to take just a minute, not even a minute. I want to just say, let's celebrate you guys just being here. Let's celebrate the fact that you decided that today I'm going to show up with something that's going to help my business, help my life, make me a better business owner, make me a better mom or dad. But let's just celebrate the fact that you guys showed up today because it speaks volumes of your heart and your commitment and your perseverance and um, your willingness, right, to work hard and show up. Because honestly, being consistent is a key in this business. Yes, celebrate good times. Come on, let's go. Okay, so today we're going to talk about something fundamental and foundational of our business. We're going to talk about recruiting. And the reason why I'm studying about recruiting right now is because I have a big goal this month. And recruiting is going to be the key to getting there. So it's like if I know that I got to be good at recruiting this month, I'm going to do everything that I can do, right? Like things that choices I can make to get good at recruiting. Now, granted, I've been doing this 10 years. I have a lot of experience with recruiting, and still, I know there's so much more to be learned, and I definitely can up my game. The last month, I didn't sign up anybody. The month before, I signed up 6. Don't ask me. I can tell you I didn't recruit as many last month. It's because I didn't reach out as much like I should have, So that's definitely something to pay attention to. But recruiting is, we're not just recruiting to check off a box or fill a number. We're talking about recruiting with heart and purpose. And that kind of heart and purpose, that's what transforms lives, not just teams. Like that's where we want to approach our businesses, is the fact that we're here with heart and purpose. And because I know most of you, I know that's how you approach your businesses. But I think sometimes it's just a good reminder, because let's be real, people are craving something different right now. They don't want to be sold to. They want honesty, they want health, hope, and they want to feel seen. They want to feel seen. And most people don't feel seen. And that's what we offer when we do this right. I think that's why people are drawn to what we have, is because we offer something that's abnormal. And that's why, I think of people that walk away from what we have is they, I hope and pray they get, that same kind of being seen and loved and cared for. But what we have is rare. The fact that, most of us were strangers right before Plexus, and now we have a connection where I know we have each other's backs. We just do, because we're on the same team. We, share our vulnerabilities. We share things that are tough. We walk through life together, and that connection is everything. And so when we're recruiting, just keeping in mind that we need to know that what we're offering is something unique and rare. So why would recruiting feel hard? Is because people don't recruit because they're afraid, they're afraid of sounding salesy. Drop a 1 in the comments if you've ever not recruited or not reached out to somebody because you felt salesy. What about feeling rejected? Who's afraid of feeling rejected? Drop a 2 if when you first started Plexus, you hated that feeling rejection. I know I did. I'm like, man, this is a lot of no's right now. Like, I literally reached out to everybody and their dog, and most of them told me no. And it's so funny, the connection, like, I made it somehow connected to me, which is, as we know, if you've been in this for a little bit, they're not saying no to you. And I can attest to the fact that, man, they will eventually say yes. because I have the proof of it after 10 years of being rejected time and time again. And finally, so that no really is not a no, it's a not yet. It might be a very strong not yet. It might be a 10 years not yet, but it's a not yet. And of course, we're afraid of not being successful enough. Like maybe we don't have what it takes to offer them something of value. So, we're going to talk about recruiting today just so we can um, really get to the truth of people don't need perfection, they just need connection. Yeah, 3 year, not yet, right there. That's exactly right, Joy. And I can tell you, I, it took me 18 months to say yes finally. But do you know, I literally watched Jennifer Leith transform before my very eyes, going from getting their water shut off to retiring her husband in his early 30s, going from, insecure, losing 40 pounds. Like it was just crazy. And it still took me that long to say yes. So just know like that, but that connection, right? Like there was still a connection there. So you don't need to have it all figured out to invite someone into something that's helping you. That's the good news. Good news, you don't have to have it all figured out. And you need to just be honest, which I know we are, available, which means showing up for your business, being consistent, and a little brave, right? And good news is you get braver the more you do this. Your comfort zone gets a little bit bigger each time you go outside of your comfort zone. So that's the good news. So I know for me, even posting in the beginning was difficult. But now it's like I don't worry about it and I don't worry about if people tell me no. So we're going to talk about three different principles. So principle one, we need to connect authentically. So authenticity is our superpower. And the good news, you're the only you. You don't have to be anybody else. You just be you. Because people are saying yes to you. They don't know if these products are going to work. They don't know what their experience is going to be like, but they know you and they like you, right? Like people join because of you. So remember remember that when you're recruiting and when you share your own journey, whether that's gut health. Hold on, sorry. Like I'm choking on a hairball or something. When you guys share your own journey, so whether that's the gut health, your energy, your mindset, or your business testimony, or simply feeling better day by day, you create trust. And that's why it's important. I am a cat right now. That's why it's important to just share the little things. It could be like, man, good sleep is overrated. No, try that again. Good sleep is underrated. I mean, really, some people struggle with going, having a good night's sleep. Some people struggle with pooping. That's like, man, I love not struggling with constipation like I have for 41 years. Like, just simply sharing those things, that creates that trust. So you can say, I wasn't feeling like myself and I decided to try something new. Or, because isn't, I mean, most people can relate to that. Or I didn't expect much, but I've noticed changes I didn't even know I needed. Like I had no idea how much joint pain I had until I started taking Plexus and it went away. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Wow, my carpal tunnel issues went away. Because that was like a daily thing. Like when I would sleep, it would hurt. So just those simple little things. So invite their story too. So ask, you guys, I want you to write this down if you can. What would better health look for you right now? What would better health look for you right now? Because think about that's something that gets them thinking. That's something that they can all relate to. And that's something that only they could know. What would better health look like for you right now? Guess what? I'm going to be using that. I'm saving that in my notes because that's something that I think is really important because recruiting begins with relating. And if I ask them that question, I'm going to be able to relate to them so much more. So I love basketball and I love sports. So I love stories that tell, share these kinds of examples, because it helps me remember. So I'm going to share a recruiting story from the world of sports, and one that might surprise you. Some of you may know this already, but did did you guys know that Michael Jordan, he was one of the biggest, greatest basketball players of all time? I'm not going to assume that all you guys know the world of basketball. But what many of you guys don't realize is that he was actually cut from his high school varsity team as a sophomore. And coaches said he wasn't tall enough or strong enough or skilled enough, which is hilarious. I'm telling you, more times than not, I tell people, I share with kids about Michael Jordan. But he didn't give up and he kept showing up. And eventually, a coach named Dean Smith from the University of North Carolina, isn't he so grateful, saw something others didn't. He saw potential. So he recruited Michael not because he was perfect, but because he believed in who he would become. He believed in who he would become. And that one invitation to believe in himself and grow into his gifts changed the course of sports history. It changed the course of sports history. Michael Jordan is known around the world to be the GOAT, right? And so that's what we do in Plexus. We don't recruit perfect people. We don't. We invite those who are ready for more, those who just need someone to say, I see something in you. And that invitation could be the one that changes everything. And one thing that I have noticed that goes so far in this business is when you call out those things that you see in people. And that's why we celebrate the things of like showing up this morning. You guys showed up. You have commitment. So let's call out those things that we see in people and invite them, to, you know, accept our invitation that could change everything because we know it does. Okay, principle number 2, you need to share with purpose. So we're not trying to convince anyone. We're planting seeds of hope. We are the Hope and Wellness Company for a reason. Hope, wellness, and happiness. So instead of saying, you have to try Plexus. Now, listen, I get passionate and I get to that point where it's like, I want to say you have to try Plexus. But instead, I need to learn. I need to say, here's what's helped me. Or I thought of you because you mentioned struggling with fatigue, bloating, stress, needing money, feeling tired, um, having sugar cravings, struggling with pain, etc. So offer an invitation, not a pitch. I love that. I mean, that's why when I have challenges, I love inviting people because to me, I am inviting them. I'm not convincing them. I'm not dragging them. I'm not giving a pitch to them. I'm bringing them value by inviting them. So let your story be the bridge between where they are and what's possible. So just think about that. We want to think about where they are by asking that question, what would better health look for you right now, to what's possible? Because that's what we are. We're like ambassadors, right? There's a reason why we're ambassadors, is because we're taking them from where they are to what's possible. We're going to help them navigate that. Okay, principle number 3. We're going to invite with clarity. And this is so important. I think sometimes we can get so excited that we just rush through the process, right, of recruiting or onboarding. But we want to invite with clarity. People often say no because they're overwhelmed or confused. And, we talk about gut health all the time. We talk about these products, this business all the time. So it's second nature for most of us. But we have to remember they don't know the stuff. Like when I first started, I was so confused about the science and remembering what these products did for me. So that's where we can shine by offering clarity. So you can say, here's the simplest place to start, right? By using those guides We want to make sure it's clear to them. That's why these three-way calls, it has to happen. Three-way calls have to happen because you got to make sure, because everybody's where they're starting, whether they drink their water, whether they poop every day, what the issues they're starting with is different. We need to know where they're starting so we can be clear on the steps that they need to take. And then we have to check in after a week and see how it's going, you know? Let's make sure that we're staying in contact with them so we're clear. So recruiting is great, but being clear and taking care of them during the onboarding and customer care is so important because we can recruit till we're blue in our face, right? That's great. But if they're having a horrible experience or maybe not getting the regimen adjusted to what they need, that means, you know, they're right out the door. They come in the front door, they go out the back door. That's not what we want for our businesses. So you need to give them small, manageable next steps. Be a calm guide, not a loud seller. Now, listen, I'm loud, so maybe that's not always easy, and I get very excited, but we have to be a calm guide, you know? So match that energy of, I know can feel like a lot to learn, but it's simple, and just reassure them. So that alone makes you stand out in a noisy world. All right. So we want this to be and focusing on that hope and health and happiness. Okay, so what do you do now? So after asking them, what would better health look like for you right now? And then making sure that it's clear. So we want to inspire action with all of us. So this morning, I want you guys to reach out to one person, one person. And then after that one person, I want you to reach out to two more because all of us have people in our lives that need us to reach out to them. We really do. And you're like, well, Lise, I've reached out to them 10 times. Well, maybe today they say yes. I mean, I reached out to Dina several years before she finally was committed to really giving these products a go. And it literally changed her life. So let's say I came across something that really helped me. Can I share it with you? Or I saw that post that you made about that struggle you're having in that area. I found something that I think could help you. Can I share it with you? So that one message could plant a seed that grows into something beautiful for them and for you. Because when we onboard this, we're literally linking arms with them on their health journey. And we're saying, we're here to help you every step of the way. We're here to help with that hope that you have for those health goals or for your business goals or for your finances. So you're not just recruiting. We're not just recruiting. You're restoring hope. And that's why this is the best business in the whole world. You're lighting a path for people on their, a better life, a more hopeful life, a better journey. You're helping to change generations, you guys, and you're doing it with heart, and that's what changes lives. So just remember, go lead with love. Come from a place not of desperation, but of, I have something that I'm wanting to offer you, and I'm doing it with hope and love and just an honest invitation. And start your days with that. Start reaching out when you're doing your recruiting, or whether you're talking to somebody in the grocery store. Come from a place of that, because that's something that people are going to be drawn to. And literally, it it's like one life at a time, one step at a time. And that's why this business doesn't get old. We may be doing the same things in and out, right? Day in and day out, recruiting, onboarding, doing events, all of that stuff. But what makes this so special is we get to do it with different people. And so it's never the same journey. It's never the same results. It's always such a gift to watch people receive what we have. So you guys go have an amazing day and tell me how it goes. Share how did it go today with your recruiting? One thing that I love about this team is we can grow and learn from each other. And one thing I will say, and just a reminder, Thursday, we're going to be doing a Plexus Facebook event. It's going to be 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. It's for our entire team. It's for you guys to be inviting to. We're going old school. Some of you guys may have never done an event like this, but we're going to have lives in there. People are going to go live. We're going to be sharing about the products. People are going to be able to ask questions. It's, and when I say go live, it's not going to be a Zoom. It's going to be in a Facebook Messenger event where they're going to be added to the group and they can watch it live or they can watch it later. But I can share the invitation that I created, make it your own, make it sound like you, but start inviting. And that could be the next step to recruiting, you know? And I think just remember when we're recruiting, we're just offering them what is their next best step. So whether that's inviting to a challenge, whether that's inviting to a messenger chat event, whether that's inviting to a Facebook Zoom or a Facebook event, figure out what is that next step that they need from you to build that trust and that hope. All right. You guys have an amazing day. I will drop that invitation into you right now. Let me know if you want to be added to the group, so you can add your people. So thanks for joining me, you guys. Go kill it today. Let's go.